Hello.
Welcome to our first episode, and we just want to start by saying Happy New Year's to everybody. First, we would like to talk about just ourselves and how we met, so you guys can get to know us a little bit before we go into, the deep stuff that we like to talk about in our future episodes. So, of course, this is the Q of the A, and I'm the A. I'm gonna go first because I'm the girl. So, I was born in Nigeria, and I came here when I was 7, and I pretty much lived in Rhode Island up until my college until it was time to go to college. Then I went to college, and after college, after my freshman year in college, I took the opportunity to move to different places, Baltimore, Virginia, all kinds of exploration was going on. I am the oldest of 5. I have 2 little brothers and 2 little sisters, and I am also a mom. I have 3 boys. Only boys. Together we do have 7 kids, and our kids, our family are like our lives. Like, they are what matters to us the most. And I'm gonna let him tell you guys a little bit about himself, and then we'll talk about how we met each other.
All right, so I'm Q of Q&A. I'm 32 years old. I'm the oldest of 7 children, 6 boys, 1 girl. I'm from Houston. I grew up in 3rd Ward, Houston. I went to Ryan Middle School, Jack Yates High School. I'm into sports. I like music. I went to college. I went to a couple different colleges. Initially, once I graduated high school from Jack Yates, I went to college in Jacksonville, Alabama, small little city in Alabama.
So that was 2006, which was actually the year that we met. I graduated high school, and he also graduated high school. I went to Manhattanville College in New York.
I went to Jacksonville State in Jacksonville, Alabama.
Okay. And I know they're like worlds apart, so you guys are probably wondering, how did you guys meet? Right. So you want to start?
All right, so this was like early stages of social media. This is before social media was what it is now. This was like the beginning stages.
When we still had MySpace.
Yeah, right.
A lot of you guys don't know what MySpace is, but when we still had MySpace, that was what was popping.
MySpace was the Facebook of its time. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it wasn't MySpace. It was another one. I can't remember the site. I can't remember which one it was. But that's where I met at. I think it was, man, I can't remember which one it was. But I sent a message, and we started talking. You know what I'm saying? We exchanged phone numbers, and then once we started, this all happened in the span of not even 24 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say this happened literally within a couple of hours. This was in 2006.
Yeah.
Okay, cell phones were not what they are now.
It was no camera phone.
No camera phone. Yeah, it was
totally different. It was like you could literally take pictures and maybe record.
Honestly, talking about it, I feel like we were in a stone age.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
And this was 20 years ago.
Yeah. So anyway, he sends me a message, and I respond back. I was 17.
I was 18.
He was 18. I've never had a boyfriend before. People in high school, people really just looked at me like she was a tomboy. Nobody really wanted to talk to me. So I didn't really know what to expect. We exchanged phone numbers, and we literally was on the phone for
the whole weekend.
the whole weekend. I mean, like,
We talked.
if you look at
we
the
exchanged numbers on Friday. We ain't get off. We exchanged numbers Friday.
and the reason we got off the phone Sunday night was because I had to go to class the next morning.
We both had to go to class, but she was going to class for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He was going to class for fake.
Yeah. I was going to class, but I was,
You know, they don't know. So anyway, we talked, and
it was like a.
it was an
Instant
instant,
chemistry.
it was like an instant connection. At first, he really just told me about his family, his love for his brothers, and like I never really experienced anything like that. Like the way he loves his brothers and his family, I was just like, dang, I don't know. Like that's a lot of love. Like he just talked about his brothers, how goofy they are, which one was annoying. So I don't know, like we was just instantly attracted to each other, like without seeing each other, without any physical contact.
Right. Without seeing each other physically. You know what I'm saying? Like we had seen each other as far
In
as
pictures and stuff like that,
as far
but
as like a physical connection like this where we could touch each other, that hadn't happened yet. But just that connection without having that physical connection, like to me that was big. Cause I'm like, and then another thing is like I started finding out, you know what I'm saying, like her birthday, her favorite color, her favorite cartoon, you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that, and it was so much similar to
the things that he liked.
Yes, it was just crazy to me. Like our birthday is literally
a week apart.
A couple days apart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Favorite color, purple. You know what I'm saying? Just like little stuff like that.
Yeah, at that time, those were big things for us. Like, oh my God, like, he likes the same things that I like. I can't believe it. Like, so many people saw me as a tomboy for so long. I never even imagined, like, I'll find somebody that I had so much in common with. And so we dated for about a year. He came to my school. He's never really been out of. That
was my first time being in New York.
Yeah, he's never been out of anywhere.
My first time being out of the state of, my second time being out of the state of Texas was to go to college. The first time was on a trip in middle school to Florida. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I had never been out of the state of Texas. And I credit her for, you know what I'm saying, pretty much presenting that opportunity to me.
So he came to see me in school. He ended up staying the whole semester.
My mom and daddy go see this.
He ended up staying the whole entire semester. Like the whole semester. Like,
yeah.
It was crazy.
It was loud though, man.
It was crazy. Like, I mean, like, we were kids. We had no money. Like we weren't like taking each other shopping and nothing like that. Like it was just like a connection that we really couldn't explain.
I went down there for a weekend planning, you know what I'm saying, for a weekend Friday.
And he could not leave.
I was just like, you know what? I ain't going back. The only reason I came back was because the semester was over. Like if it wasn't for that, shit.
Yeah, so the semester was over and I had to go back home. So once the semester was over and I went back home, like we pretty much lost contact after that.
Because you got to remember, she went back to Rhode Island.
He went back to Houston. And like it was at a time where cell phones are not what they are now. Right. The computer, the internet is not what it is now. So once we went our separate ways, we literally went our separate ways. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
and then in my head I'm like, damn. In my head I'm like, man, like dang, that's gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? Because I had built this bond with this person, you know, and now it's like tearing that apart.
So it was super hard, but Years went by.
10 years exactly.
10 years went by.
This 2006. 10 years went by.
10 years went by.
2016, that's when we reconnected.
He's already had children. He's
4
lived.
kids.
Yeah, and I just had one. And oh man. And
2016 we reconnected.
yeah, so I moved to Houston, and all of a sudden he's like, I see a message from him like, "Are you in Houston?" I was like, "What?
Yeah.
How did you even find me?"
And that's the thing. I'm not going to, every so often, and this is on Facebook. Every so often I, go look up and like see, if she alright or how she looking.
If she
You know what
looked
I'm
the
saying?
same, if she's still the same
Yeah.
person and stuff
You know
like
what I'm
that.
saying?
But like really and truly, like it never even, when I moved to Houston, it never even like crossed my mind like that he was living there still, because I mean it's been 10 years. We were both living separate
Like,
lives.
separate lives,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So it didn't really register like, if I move to Houston, I'm gonna see this
I'm gonna see
person,
this person.
or I might see this person.
Right, and
Like
that's
it
the
didn't
thing, 'cause
even.
Houston's so big, it ain't just a guarantee, but you know what I'm saying. But just the fact that it happened, it's like, oh man, that's a second chance. It got to be something.
So-
something else.
So, in future videos, we're gonna talk about, things that led us to, failed relationships and things that led us to separating from the people that we were with and things like that. But for now, we just want to tell you that we could not believe that we reconnected again. And once we saw each other, like after 10 years, it was like
That's it.
instant. Like it was
That was
like,
it.
I can't believe like it's you kind of
see.
thing. It was an instant connection. It was like love at first sight. Like I don't know how else to explain it. For people who have experienced something like that, like you know what I'm talking about. So, we
For me, it was just like when I seen her the second time, I was like, oh yeah, this what I'm doing. Like this it. This where I'm at.
so
That's
yeah,
what
once we
doing.
saw each other again,
That was it.
that was it.
That was it.
We haven't been apart from each other since.
It's like we just picked up where we left off.
Yeah, and we haven't been apart from each other since. And we are now
Going
3
on
years
3 years.
3 years in,
Like some months.
2 kids in,
Yeah.
2 kids together in,
Right. So that's
So-
how we get 7. I already had 4. She
and already had 1.
And
And then
got 2.
now we have 2 boys,
You know what I'm saying?
2 little boys.
And then we got 7 kids together. You know what I'm saying? 7 is a divine number. So it's just like things like that. I just be like, man, it's amazing.
And
That's amazing.
we really once we reconnected with each other, it was like not just an instant connection, but a lot of the things that I wanted to do with my life, he wanted to do with his. A lot of the things that I wanted to do, he was supportive of. Whatever he wanted to do, I was supportive of. It was like, it was like we were a part of each other's lives without being a part. Yeah. So when we came together, it was like, when you see the fireworks, the explosion, it was like, poof.
Yeah.
It was just like that. So, in future videos, we will talk about a lot of things. We really want to talk about the way Black people love each other. We are not perfect, and we have experienced ups and downs and sideways and forward, all kinds of
Just
stuff.
Like anybody else.
Yeah, just like anybody else. But we want to
Just like
share, we would love to share our experiences with you and the things that we do or have done to get past certain things. Because life is not easy. And the thing that I tell him all the time is, although we are in love with each other and I love him to death, like we are 2 completely different people. I don't expect him to completely understand how I think. And at times I don't completely understand how he thinks, because I'm not in his head and he's not in mine. Like
And
even and they say, like, you know, I'm 100% Nigerian, well, and Egyptian, but they say, like, you know, even twins are completely different. So can you imagine, like, two people that are not even born into the same family? Like, I don't expect him to automatically just know things or automatically just
You know, pick up on
like,
even just understand, because I mean, we still have to understand, like, she's a woman, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that I just don't know about women, let alone about her as a woman, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that just goes with life. You know what I'm saying? No one person will know or understand everything about their partner.
yeah.
But
And
that's
so
the journey. You know what I'm saying? Getting to that point to where it's like, man,
I know my woman, or I know my man.
I
Like,
understand. You know
if
what I'm saying?
if
Like,
anything ever
whatever it
happens,
is.
I know where to find him. If anything
Right.
ever happens, I know what to do to
You know what I'm saying?
as the next step.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But it took a lot for us to get to that point. You know, it wasn't like, okay, we're in love with each other, so this thing automatically
This
comes.
side's gonna go.
No,
Right.
it doesn't work that way. Love doesn't work that way. Yeah, it's
Best
not
life
like
ever.
best. Yeah, it doesn't work
Yeah.
that way. Like being two completely different people in a relationship with each other, trying to love and understand each other, that takes a lot of work,
And
a
still
lot
grow,
of
man.
a lot of work, a lot of understanding, and those are the things, the process that we went through, and the things that we had to do, and the things that, you know, we failed at, and the things that we flourished at. Those are the things that we would love to share with you guys in future videos. So please subscribe and share and like, and just watch this as many times as you like. Look at my shiny cheeks.
Yeah, man, y'all, like she said, y'all comment, like, share, let us know what y'all think. Ask us questions, please. We encourage y'all to ask us questions.
If you guys want to know anything, if you guys are curious about anything, don't be afraid to ask whatever it is that you want to ask.
Right.
We are a blended family, so I know a lot of people have questions about that, like
Right.
how we deal with each other's previous partners and stuff like that. So
Yes,
we got plenty of stuff plenty of things to share with you. So just tune in every other week to our videos, and we will share with you, and we will talk to you about, you know, anything, everything. And what I do want to reiterate is that we are not like professionals or anything like that. We're not psychiatrists. We're not professional advice. We don't have no degrees in psychology or nothing like that. This
just life experience.
Just our life experience, not somebody else's. We're not telling you other people's stories. This is our stories. So, you know, the things that we went through, the things that we're still going through, and the ways that we're trying to figure life out and things like that. So, you know, if you want to know more, just tune in. Just watch.
Subscribe. Like. Comment.
Share. Follow us. Love us, because we love y'all. And we appreciate y'all for even taking the time to watch this. Because we know that, you know, people are busy. And a lot of people, you know, don't have time running around, working, taking care of their kids, taking care of their families themselves. You know, we know. So the little bit of time that you guys are taking to watch this, you know, we appreciate it.
Yes, we do. So thank y'all for y'all support. We definitely appreciate it. And until next time, Q&A, we're signing off.
That's Q. And I'm A.
Yeah.
Bye.